What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Host Leanne. I'm fading in and out of this cosmic orb in this beautiful world where people are seeing me appearing and disappearing in meditation. And it's happening here on the screen. So just like, look at it. You see my hands are coming in and out. So we're here with my good friend and student. We have a body. Hey, come back into reality.
You're blending into the cosmic consciousness.
Okay, so we have Charanjeev, CJ.
Hey guys.
Team blissed out. This is going to be another beautiful venture. We're just writing up documents right now, how we want to do a joint venture working together on web work, spirituality, making money, creative real estate, so many beautiful things. But we're having great topics, and he's a great mind in relationship to trauma and overcoming traumas with working on oneself with methodologies, listening to great masterminds, and a new product that he's going to have on the shelf very soon. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on in your world?
Yeah, so hey guys, my name is Chiranjeevi and I like to go by the name CJ, by the way. So I've been in the software industry for almost 9 years now, and I have a lot of interest in yoga, meditation, and real estate and mergers and acquisitions.
Yeah, and so there's a ton of wonderful things that are happening. Last 8-week program, we'll be interviewing about that and the in-depth aspect of just that course. But I thought we'd be spontaneous tonight after diving in and out of this cosmic realm of this dissolving back and forth into the world. As I dissolve right now, see how Zoom has the ability to keep me present in a physical state or dissolving. And I'm okay with that because I want to be spontaneous enough for us to recognize the ability to show up and just practice and feel the beauty of being in a moment with nothing and everything, and how this all works for us, the good and the bad. So trauma is part of the topic that we were having a discussion about, like when we get triggered and how we can see our development in meditation, even if we reach samadhi, and some effects of what methodologies that we can utilize to help us through even the growth after we reach a state of samadhi. And so, Charn, you have a product in mind that you're working on right now. What is that?
Yeah, so we are working on a product which is edible gummies, which are basically made up of magic mushrooms, which is a key ingredient in that. And our focus is on microdose. So we have a lot of research supporting mushrooms microdose, which helps a lot with reducing brain fog, stress, anxiety, PTSD, ADHD, and all kinds of mental disorders. So we are targeting a product aimed towards creative professionals in the engineering field or the design field, or any other field where you require a lot of creativity for solving like logical and complex problems, and you want to perform at your 100%. So microdosing can be of very good benefit, and it can give you very good results. So we are trying to come up with a product where you can microdose with mushrooms in a healthy way and increase your productivity.
Mm. Yeah, so what I'm feeling is the reality of the traumas that we've had alone on this journey. And then talking and dialoguing through, we're on our 7th week this week with the course that I teach, and then practicing a lot of different methodologies and seeing that as good friends, like going into a joint venture, even if I'm dissolving here in front of the camera, there's a part of meditation where we dissolve and then we come back into a reality. Like it gets uncomfortable, right? Like you got to be able to see in a moment, even when we're playing around with these tools, that moment could be like, oh, I want to see that person on the screen right now. Like, oh, that's bothering my mind, or that's bothering my reality. It's a perfect example of what's happening when you reach a trauma in your mind or an uncomfortable place where you need to master it and stay still. And then, plants and herbs and everything that we're eating on a regular basis is how is it helping the mind slow down and just allow the power and presence of consciousness and cosmic consciousness and what we call this creator, that energy within us, to help us through a moment in life and being more present here and now. So those products, I'm sure, are going to have a significant amount of reach to certain people that need to go through another level of healing, whether they're doing a meditation where they're doing it alone and sober, or need a transformation tool like microdosing in order to help them process deeper meditation and wherever they are with observing the mind in many areas, right? So I just wanted to make sure that we get out tonight where me and my good friend here that are establishing this wonderful relationship will be growing and talking about wonderful topics, wonderful wisdom of financial gain and maintaining beautiful creations like websites and designs, yoga, healing, mastery, and what it's like to have a lifestyle with consciousness, and what it's like to have the ability to flow like water, flow like bliss, right? Yeah. So any words of advice about trauma and something that you've helped yourself through in your own life?
Okay, trauma, interesting topic. Yeah, so I think I see people who have experienced deep traumas in their life come from a sense of strong individuality and feeling that they are extremely special in the universe, and that bad things cannot happen to them. And I see a lot of this happen to people who have been cared for a lot as a child and have set false expectations about life, that life is all, all the good things and all the happy things which are happening, and this is going to stay like that all the time. And when we are young kids and we are used to living in the state of happiness and in the bliss for like years, maybe 6 years, 7 years, and all like that, and have no idea of, okay, this is not the full picture of life. This is only the one side of the coin. And for people who have been living like this for years, and it could be anyone. Now, somebody could be living like this for 7 years, somebody could be living like this for 30 years, and then suddenly an event happens in their life which basically allows them to explore the other side of the life, the real side, which is the dark side. And it could be a death of a family member, it could be a breakup, it could be losing your job, or it could be anything which you did not expect to happen. So you wanted your life to go in a certain way and you were all prepared for that. You have plans ready for years and years to come. You knew every single day what you're going to do. And then out of the blue, something extremely unexpected happens, and all your plans are shattered for the next whatever numbers of years you imagined for your life. And I think this is the original source of trauma, where you get shaken to the core of your being, where you did not expect that these things can happen to you. And I
Mm.
think that's how it starts, because it's the unexpected switch from the bliss side to the dark side of life. And that's the beginning of the trauma.
So well said. And they call that the dark night of the soul. And so we're having these dark nights of the soul repetitively, teaching about it, how much this heart can handle, how much this body can handle,
Yeah.
and how much, um, different aspects of our mind will be challenged to perceive life in new ways of multi dimensions. And just trusting in this greater source. I mean, like I'm dissolving in it as I speak, and that's what happens. We got to dissolve. We got to dissolve through many, many layers of whether it's a microdose that we're taking or whether it's a meditation that we're taking and we're totally sober and just getting used to being in the now with a meditative state and flow. And that's, I believe, why I'm here, to make sure that more people get into that state and creating beautiful energy fields of love, compassion, and healing. But at the same time, we need to master the skills of money, power, sharing, the value of our mind, the value of ideas. Where did all these ideas come from? How lucky we are to think and then put them into action and to really trust that this is a great power that's within us that can manifest into great things. So, on that note, I think, coming out tonight and just having a chance to even dissolve into my screen or to share this introduction with my divine friend and brother from another mother, or even I feel like he's an older son in my life, and and somebody who's going to do a lot of really great things in my network and to help many people with their projects after he's done with supporting me and I'm supporting him in some way or another, is that this dissolving aspect of truth, that we can share it and spread it like an opportunity in the moment to moment to moment to moment with more people, because he's doing the work, I've done the work, and there's more work to do because we're here to learn and we're here to meet you in a moment in time and space to share an opportunity to learn.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. And I think one thing I would like to add about the trauma thing is, like we discussed why it happens, but I would like to link it to yoga and meditation and how everything, works together, and why it's important for everybody to learn yoga and meditation and give themselves a chance to go beyond the traumas. So one thing I feel is that once you have explored both sides of the life, the bliss reality and the dark reality, and this is the point where you need to take a step back and look at the life from a different perspective. And yoga and meditation are very advanced tools which allows you to do that, because they allow you to look at your true nature, your real self, and it allows you to discover that you're not this body, you're not this mind, you're simply a watcher. And the way yoga and meditation plays an important part is that yoga is something you start to do with your physical body, which is basically preparing you to experience higher meditative states. And when you get into these meditative states, it allows you to see that you're not this body and you're not this mind. And once you're at this state, you can take a look at the trauma and the bliss reality of your life from a distant perspective and see that they are two sides of the same coin. A trauma cannot exist if you have never experienced the bliss reality, and a bliss reality cannot exist if you have never experienced a trauma. So in order to experience a bliss reality, you need to experience trauma. If you have never experienced trauma, you will never be able to experience that you have, lived something which is better than trauma.
Mm.
So I think yoga and meditation are very important and powerful tools which allows you to explore the nature of self, the nature of consciousness, and to go beyond both bliss and trauma and to be in the absolute uh, nature of consciousness itself. And I think for a human being, that's the highest potential of personal development you can do while you're alive.
So good. So much gratitude of knowing the same thing myself, and it's so good to work with you. Audience, stay tuned for more. We're going to have a lot more coming soon. New websites, new agreements, and a beautiful location out in Vancouver, 333 Energy. We're out there meditating, sharing a beautiful cosmic field. This Saturday, there'll be a beautiful dance. So make sure you come out and you join us to move your body, tap into another dimension, another state, embodiment, and bliss. So good to be with you. Thank you for coming out, and more to come soon, friends. Thank you.